nice audience.
They are a nice audience and energetic, and that's everything you'd want in an audience.
It is. Yeah. There's nothing more. You're never going to walk away from this show going, oh, I wish they would have been whatever. They're everything and more.
Yo, I will say one thing. Applaud yourself.
They should. They deserve to applaud themselves.
But when I saw you, when I walked out here, there's a little bit, like, I got a little bit, and you'll understand because you're fans of the lady, but I got excited because you have been, at times in my life, like Prozac for me.
Really?
Like, yes. Like, if I watch a stand-up of yours, like, it takes me, I think you're great. I just think you're great.
Thank you.
I
like you even more.
They know.
I've always liked you, and I like you even more now.
That was the point.
Yeah. Because, you know, you can be talented, you can be good looking, you can be a good dresser. I think you're cute. I like the way you dress. You got good style. I like all that. But if you don't like me, why would I like you?
No reason.
I like you.
No reason.
And I like you because you're handling everything. I know you're going through a really hard time right now, and I'm sorry that, and that's hard, just period, much less in everybody has to be in your business.
Yeah, I know, but that's the funniest thing. Like, going through the most personally devastating time in your life and having to promote a movie. Having to go out and, like, you know, but you got to do it. And when you are proud of the work and the people you worked with, you find a way. But, yeah, this is,
not a good time. You want to hide and you want to...
A little bit. I could use a hug.
Go like that.
No, it is, you know, it's devastating, but the bottom line is, like, the focus is on the children, and they're doing amazingly well. And that's really what matters.
Which it is. I mean, you know, things happen, and people you have to do what's right for you, and you have to live your life. But when you have kids involved, I know that you're being such a good, I mean, you love your kids. You can just genuinely see you love them.
Oh, that's my life. Look, going through something like this, as difficult as it is, my daughter has been the inspiration. She has, my 7-year-old daughter is...
Ava, is that her name?
Ava, yeah. She is beyond in terms of, like, conscientiousness and maturity, and she has gotten me through this. I know it sounds pathetic. I'm a 32-year-old guy, but my 7-year-old daughter is getting me through the toughest time of my life. But that's beautiful, too, I think.
It is beautiful. That's great that she can see what's going on and help her dad. I mean, I think that's really... And then the youngest one is how old?
Deacon is 3.
3.
My son is 3.
And how is he?
He's all right, you know. I mean, 3-year-olds, they kind of, like, you know, he's fun. Every day he says something that makes me laugh, you know, warms my heart. But they're hanging in there, you know. It ain't easy.
You're young. I mean, you're really young. You're a young dad, and I think that's great for the kids. But it's amazing how responsible you are and mature, and that you really are a hands-on dad at this age.
Yeah, but that's sort of how I grew up. My mother had a daycare center in my house growing up. So I grew up taking care of kids, you know?
Really?
Yeah, I would wake up for school, and there would already be 15 kids in my house. You know? So being a father was the most natural thing on the planet for me. It just was not, you know, there was no question whatsoever.
Oh, that's great. And lucky for your kids, too, that you love them so much.
I think so, yeah.
And so you're saying that it's hard to go through this and also have a career, but your career has been, it just is, I mean, you're doing one great movie after another, you know?
I've been very lucky, yeah. I mean, that's the funny thing is those contradictory sort of moments in your life where, yeah, although I've worked with Clint Eastwood this year, I've got to work opposite Chris Cooper, who I think is one of the best actors working today.
I agree.
And I just finished a film with Kim Pierce, who did Boys Don't Cry. And this is her second film, and she's an amazing, powerful director, and I'm incredible.
What film is that?
It's called Stop Loss, and it's going to be pretty provocative, so, yeah.
That's great. So you do love it. You love doing this because...
I do, but I've done it a long time. Like, I look young, but I've been doing this for... I've done almost 30 movies, and I still feel and look like a kid, but I've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, 30 movies?
Yeah. Go on IMDb.
Wow. All right.
No, but I guess what I'm getting at, like, you know how careers, there's an ebb and flow, and there's ups and downs and whatever, and, like, your intent changes, but I love acting. I love the idea that you can make a movie. I heard you like Crash.
I love Crash. I started talking about Crash early on.
But so, look, you don't want to get too flaky, but certain films, if they are well intended, can make people think and change the way people think, or at least foster some conversation, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. With acting, with filmmaking, writing, whatever it is, like something new and different, and push people to think and feel, and that's it. And I don't think enough movies do that personally, but
Yeah, I agree. I think that there is a responsibility when you have that many eyeballs on something. When you can do something like Crash, it's great that you can do that. And what about Breach? Now that's based on a true story. So did you enjoy that?
I did, and it's a fascinating story. You guys remember Robert Hansen was a FBI agent who was for almost 2 decades working for the Russians, and this happened right before 9/11, so it kind of got pushed to the side. But it was the biggest security breach in national history, and he was the worst spy in U.S. history. And I played a guy who was put on his desk to monitor him and eventually help capture him. So, and it's a fascinating story. The guy is one of the most psychologically complex individuals you could ever imagine reading about.
That's
Robert
great.
Hansen.
That's
yeah,
great.
Yeah.
Well, it's in theaters everywhere starting today, and come back when the Kim Pierce film is out.
Yeah, you'll have me back?
Please, yes, I would love to have you back. I like you too. I'll hug you again when you come back.
Please.
All right, my Grammy Moment winner, Robin Troup, is going to be out here when we come back. Thanks.